Call sheet hoes. Call sheet hoes. Again. Call sheet hoes. Again. Call sheet hoes. Yet again. Call sheet hoes.
Lord, it wasn't supposed to be like this, I swear.
We blog. We gossip. We share porn. We are media. We are thirst trap boys.
Welcome to the TTV Newsroom.
What's good, everybody? Y'all know how we do over here. What Jermaine Dupri say? Y'all know what this is. Y'all already know the vibes. We are about to get into some things. But before we get into anything, I want to shout out a couple of y'all for showing TTB so much love last night, okay? Shout out to my girl Contessa. She is always showing love. I see you, boo. I see you, boo. Thank you so much. Shout out to Ace. And, Ace, I want to say so sorry that, we could not add you on Instagram, love, but you have 0 photos and 0 posts, It's looking real catfish-like. No shade, hunty, no shade. I appreciate the love. I really do. But we always vet our IG followers because we try our best to keep the trolls out. But you can follow us on our other public Instagram account at TTB Network on Instagram if you want to with no problem. Shout out to the Mac Daddy Pimp. Bitch, that name is sending me. Okay, Mac Daddy. Daddy in the building. Thank you for the love. And shout out to nasty_uno130 for the love as well. I appreciate all the love and I receive it. So thank you so much because none of y'all have to show any love, but y'all do. So thank you. Now, let's get into the shit. Okay. So last night, episode 2 of season 3 of Chasing Dollars aired. And I just want to know, did the people not get the notification that the show was airing? I mean, the platform has over 70,000 subscribers and only 699 people watch the show live. Am I missing something? Like, where the fuck was everybody at last night? Was there a virtual party I didn't know about? Please fill me in because I am baffled. I'm just going to assume that everybody got the notification late because the show, episode 2, is doing well. It's already at like 20,000 views in less than 24 hours. So that's really great. Shout out to Chasing Reality. But anywho, last night, Miss Ariel Ohara cleared the girls. She said she is not the 1, the 2, the 3, 4, or the motherfucking 5. And bitch, I lived for every minute of it. But let's take a step back and recap the show first. So, the episode starts off at George's 50 Shades of Pink party, and George is fucking hilarious to me. I love when he said, I just want to thank me for inviting y'all. I died twice. That so far is just my personal favorite line from the season thus far. I also loved how when Kerry D was singing Happy Birthday, George was trying to direct Kerry's vocals with his hand like a choir director. Kerry wasn't having it, but I screamed. It was hilarious. Oh, and wait, holla. To the hater in the comments, listen. You don't have to like Kerry D, and I get it. We all have personal opinions regarding music. Music is subjective. I get it. I understand. I comprehend. But don't be telling lies in the comments talking about Kerry D can't sing. That is blasphemy. Knock it off! Okay, so everyone but Ressie G and Trey Howard were all sitting at the table. You know, Ressie and Trey were not invited. The shade of it all, bitch. And while at the table, Ariel asked Markel about the whole lovers and friends scandal, and Markel was like, wait a minute, sis, why is it a scandal? I mean, do I look like Olivia Pope to you, huh? And Ariel was like, because the word on the curb is that you stole the show from Ressie, and next thing you know, Markel pulled out the receipts. Woo, child. You see, last week, Ressie pulled out the receipts, and this week, Markel had his own. So it's currently the battle of the receipts. Which receipt do y'all think holds more weight? Please drop your thoughts in the comments section below, please. Now, I'm about to be very transparent with y'all. Y'all know how I am. These following scenes I'm just about to run through. No shade. They were great, but not enough to go into full details. Okay. So next up, Trey Howard and his team stopped a lady for a photo shoot. They all did well. Congrats. Next. After that, Trey's boyfriend goes to meet up with Ressie G to talk about birthday ideas for Trey's 24th birthday party. He wants to have an all-pink themed party. Yes, folks, another pink fucking party. So now we have the battle of the pink parties. Next, after that, Imani Van Zap gave her assessment-looking snatch for the gods, I must say. Now, the girls in the comments were being shady as fuck, and they were saying, her hair don't move. I screamed, okay? I was hollering. Next up, we had nail tech Robert talking to his client, rather. Next, after that, we had Ariel and her client. Yes, the girls are working and not giving out refunds. I am here for all of it. Next. Now, let's get to the juice, the meat of the episode. So, we arrived to Trey Howard's pink party. And I knew it was going to be some shit when Ressie G showed up in all black. I was like, girl, now don't get me wrong. He had, a little pink jacket. But he only wore, from what I saw, that jacket when he was just entering the room. Other than that, he was in all black dressed like the man. And let me set up the scene for y'all. So unlike George's party, everyone is there but Dior. Dior, he couldn't make it. So the tension in the air is thick, bitch. And I don't know whose idea it was to have Erica Kane's messy ass in the middle of Ressie and George, but please give them a raise effective immediately, okay? Now, Eric is hell-bent on getting them two to talk, and they both are not having it. And I was highly entertained at first, but then I got annoyed because Eric kept forcing it. You see, I would have went the fuck off on Eric. Listen, I already told you I'm not talking to that bitch right now, so leave me the fuck alone. I can't stand a hoe. I can't stand a hoe who chooses not to respect someone's fucking choice. Like, you don't have to like my choice, but you will fucking respect it, period. Now, at the other end of the table, we have Kerry D, whose nickname for this particular episode is now Karen D, Ariel, and George. Now, for some reason, Kerry D decides to be the bone collector for this episode and lets Ariel know that there have been some rumblings in the street that because she's cool with everyone, she's going back and forth telling people stuff. And child, Ariel shut that shit down. She was not having it. She went the fuck off. Our good sis said, I don't give a fuck about any of you hoes personally. Okay? Outside of filming, I will never hang out with you bitches. You are all call sheet hoes to me. Kerry further elaborated that it is Markel saying these things, and Ariel at this point has heard enough, and she walked the fuck off 38 hot. And then the show closes out. Now, after the show aired, we had another show over on Instagram called The Gospel According to Ressie G, where he had a lot to say. However, I'm going to be honest, I was actually in the middle of preparing for an interview, so sadly, I do not have much footage from that live. So sorry, you guys, but here's what I do have. Roll the clip.
I ran it by so-and-so. I said, you know what? At the end, you're going to win. So that way we can go ahead and just make our situation public and we ain't got to sneak around and do all of this. Not knowing at the time that Markel was already going around to the group talking shit and telling everybody about my situation before I could even tell my situation. And honestly speaking, the so-and-so was telling everybody about our situation as well. I digress. So when this mock-up was made, I told Markel, I sent it to him, and I said, don't send this to nobody. I said, just get it, and then when you get it, call me. At the time, I think, I want to say I was either on my way to work because Markel was already at work. He was already at work because we talk every day. And so he was like, girl, why I'm called to help? And I was like, because you're helping me find love. And he was like, oh, okay. And then so I went down the whole thing of how the friend is going to help find love and this and that. And I said, I want to add Premier into it too. And he was like, oh, okay, cool. Have you talked to him about it? I said, no. So a week went by, and I would say maybe not even a week. And so I had ran it back by so-and-so, and he really didn't feel too comfortable. I said, okay, fine. I said, but, at the time, Ariel wanted to do a dating show, and I was interested in doing a dating show. So I was like, you know what? Why don't we just put Premier in this spot, and then me and Markel will be the friends that help him find love. Cool. So we met up at Gloria's and talked about it, and he was down to do it. And I said, okay, great.
Now, once again, I'm so sorry, y'all. I was preparing for these interviews. I'm doing 3 interviews back to back to back I have coming up. But I can tell you all that Ressie's feelings are truly hurt by this Markel situation. And he almost broke down several times on that live. Oh, and he also pulled out the draft video for the love show that he came up with. And guess who was in the mock promo video to help Ressie G find love? Markel. Child, do what you will with that information. And that was pretty much everything that happened last night. So what are y'all thinking? How do y'all feel about last night's episode? Who had the better pink party, George or Trey? And who has the juiciest receipts, Ressie G or Markel? Please drop your thoughts in the comments. And welp, you guys, that is the latest scoop. Bye. Talk to y'all later.
I just want to thank me for inviting y'all.